Welcome to the Dan Casper Show podcast, your chance to catch the full show anytime, anywhere. If you missed it live on the radio, no worries. We've got you covered with all the sports talk, opinions, interviews, and conversations from the show. From the Packers to the Brewers to the biggest stories in sports and around Wisconsin, it's all right here. This is the Dan Casper Show podcast. What's up, everybody? Good morning and happy Tuesday to you all. A DK Show coming to you from the TDS Sports Talk Studios this morning. A big thanks for making us a part of your starts, whether you are listening to us on the radio dials of 105.1 FM, 790 AM. Also available to stream up online at sportstalk1051.com. Got your smart devices, like your Alexa devices, got the app. You can download that. Take it on the go as well. Got the video stream up and rolling on YouTube. I'm toying with something here with YouTube or with the video stream. Gonna put it up on Facebook and YouTube. So just toying with it right now. Gonna be kind of hit or miss here. So bear with me as I try to get out there a little bit, stream it out there a little bit more. Still want to grow the YouTube page, so if you're listening, would appreciate a quick like or a quick subscribe. Ring that bell on the YouTube page. Okay, so if you could do that, that would be great. But we're going to try it up here a little bit on the Facebook page here too. So if it looks a little bit different, just bear with me. All right, trying to do this on the fly, trying to multitask here, just a skosh. So, but anyways, what do we have on our game plan for us this morning? Brewers going to be back at it tonight as they take on the New York Mets. So we'll preview that game one of this series. So that's coming your way. We've got Kyle Harrison, who's going to be on the mound here for the Brew Group. So we'll preview that as he looks for his 11th win on the season. So we'll take a look at that game. The Brewers opening up this Tuesday. I guess it's their first week, or they're opening up the week here since they didn't play yesterday. But the Cubs inched a little bit closer with their win over the Diamondbacks last night. So I think we're kind of at that point that we're starting to do a little scoreboard watching, starting to pay a little attention to that. So we'll take a look at that and preview that game coming up here later on. Also on the docket here, we're going to talk a little grit and gold. Packers the final public practice will be tomorrow. If you do plan on going, just a quick note that they did change it. All right, they changed it to 11:30 practice. So just in case you were heading out there and wanted to go check out practice for one more time, but nonetheless, we're going to take a look at the question I want to throw out there. So something else I'm trying to do here too is, I know not everybody's going to be up and at it early on in the morning. So every night on our Facebook pages, on social media, I'm going to throw out a question. I'm going to call it the tailgate, because it's a tailgate before games, right? And the question that I threw out last night is kind of a topic that we're going to be hitting up here today. And that is, since we're pretty much done with training camp, we got a closed practice today. We've got, open one tomorrow, the joint one with the Cardinals, and then the final preseason game. But is there anything that you feel better about? Is there anything that you maybe feel worse about, position player-wise, or position group-wise, player-wise? Is there anybody or anything that you feel better or worse about, since, we're just a few days away from wrapping up this training camp? Got a few of you already that chimed in, so I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. But if you haven't yet, go hit me up with a quick text on that Shoe Doctors bullpen line at 715-830-1912, or you can comment on the Section 105 chat too. So think about that for a little bit. Is there anybody or any position group that maybe you feel better or worse about? A few of you already chimed in on the Facebook post there, so big thanks to that. So we'll get to that coming up here in just a little bit. So we've got Brewers chat. We've got Packers chat. We're going to catch up with RJ Cardinal coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. It's been a hot minute since we caught up with RJ, but now it's Badger time. We've got Badger football kicking off next week. Badger volleyball has been in action. I mean, there's a lot going on in the college world, too, as we are well aware of and probably don't like, but that's how the cookie crumbles, right? So, but we'll take a look at that, and we'll catch up with RJ about 8:20 here this morning. Also on the docket, it is a Tuesday, so what's grinding your gears, peeps? What is grinding your gears? Get it off your chest. Make it sports related, though, okay? So you can also let us know what the heck is grinding your gears this morning. Brought to you by our good friends from Toyson Ford. So that's kind of your game plan for us this morning. Let's pitter patter and let's get at her, shall we? We'll take our first break and get things rocking and rolling here this morning. Let's open it up talking a little football because a few of you have already are letting me know your thoughts on what you feel good about and what you feel bad. If you got one or the other, you got to feel good about something. You got to feel probably poor about something. I mean, don't all be just like all down in the dumps. There's got to be something you feel good about, and there's probably something that you feel maybe worse about or don't feel great about. Did anything from this training camp season solidify something for you or maybe kind of surprise you? Let me know. All right. There's got to be something, right? Got to be something. So let's get at it. We'll take our first break and then the leadoff. We'll talk a little football to open up things here this morning. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. School is back in session for some. It's going to be here for others. Sorry, kids, if you're listening. And just as a reminder, yeah, it's coming here if you're not already back at school. But nonetheless, that means the house is maybe finally getting a little quieter for the parents, for the adults. But after a summer of kids, pets, muddy shoes, sports equipment, and everything else that comes with a busy family, your floors, they might be ready for a fresh start as well. This back-to-school season, give your home an upgrade with Carpet City Flooring Center in Eau Claire. Whether you're looking for new carpet, luxury vinyl planks like some Ridge and Max flooring, Carpet City Flooring Center has flooring options for every room, every style, and every budget. So while the kids are back in the classroom, make a little time for your home. Stop by Carpet City Flooring Center in Eau Claire and let their flooring experts help you find the perfect look for your space. Carpet City Flooring Center, helping you put your best floor forward. Visit Carpet City Flooring Center in Eau Claire today and get your back-to-school home makeover started. All right, so throughout that question, as you know, open it up, change it up a little bit. We didn't have a Brewers game last night. We do have a Brewers game tonight, so we'll preview that here in just a little bit as we get set for Kyle Harrison to make his start, looking for his 11th win on the season. But, had practice yesterday. Packers had practice yesterday. Brandon Cisse was back at practice, so that's good. You know, they had that little bit of a bang up knee injury on Friday night's game against Denver, but he was out there, so fingers crossed, nothing too serious. I would imagine it's not if he was already out there. So good news there, right? Sounds like Hargrave was dominating in one-on-ones, and it also sounds like that Keyshawn Nixon had himself a really good practice yesterday. Sounds like that's the case. So there you have it. But with us kind of wrapping up the rest of training camp this week, and taking a look at, or wrapping up training camp this week. We've got the final preseason game coming up this Friday. I want to ask you all, who are some players that after this whole summer, after this camp, after this preseason, I know we got one more game left, but still, is there any players or is there any position groups that maybe you feel better about or you feel worse about? Who do you have? Who's on that list for you? I threw that out last night as part of a new thing I'm going to try to do every night. And that's post up a question for people who, maybe not up right away so that they can participate. And a few responses were, Brian said the cornerback, like the rookie Cisse. Running back Lloyd has been healthy. Looked good in the game. K-Smack, or kicker Smack, Trey Smack. Wide receiver and Love look to be on the same page. Watch out, NFL. Dave said Smack is the obvious choice. Offensive line has a chance to be better than I thought they would be. Still worried about the pass rush with no Parsons. Doug, special teams appears to be much improved. Eric said, I don't feel good about the O-line. I think those issues bled into the play calling last year, and it's going to be a problem again. Timothy said, D-line worries me until Parsons can get back. Also worried about the tight end position depth, and Tucker Kraft contract won't get settled before week 1. David said the offensive line. Then on the stream, Bo said running back and O-line is concerning. Also said kicking and the quarterback good. So all good options, all good stuff. And yeah, kind of, I think the easy one here, as somebody mentioned, is you probably feel pretty good or you probably feel better. That might be the best way to say it. You probably feel better about the kicking, right? You probably feel better about the kicking situation. And I would be right there with you. I'd be right there with you. Trey Smack, it's such a weird thing because, yes, practice has been a little bit up and down. But then you get to the games and he's kicked in these like tough stadiums and is just nailed. I mean, he's not just squeaking them through. The guy has been accurate as all heck, dead accurate. Just it's been like, wow. And you can see the enthusiasm from his team and his teammates and his coaching staff. So yeah, I feel better about Trey Smack. Now, because we are sports fans and we like to overreact, if we get to a week in the regular season, it's been a struggle, we'll probably revert back to not feeling great about him at all, because that's what we do as sports fans. So, but yeah, for me personally, Trey Smack is definitely on it. From what I witnessed, from what I watched with my own 2 eyes at practice and just kind of reading some of the other reports and following along, I am a little bit more optimistic this year about Van Ness. The thing is, I don't know if we're going to see Van Ness play to that potential until maybe Micah Parsons comes back. And I say that because I don't know what kind of, and I know a couple of you have mentioned pass rush still concerns you without Micah. Who, is Barron Sorrell? It's kind of been up in the air. Colin Oliver, he didn't practice yesterday. He was banged up. Brenton Cox Jr., because if you are the Vikings or the Jets or whoever you're going to be playing the first few weeks of the season, and you're the offense, who are you going to be kind of gearing up for protection without Micah? The focus is going to go to number 90, Van Ness. So while I like what I have seen from practice, he looks leaner, he looks faster. I don't know if we are going to necessarily see what he can really do at a high level until maybe Micah's back. Defensive line, I will say, I'm not counting edge rushers. So take the edge rushers off. I'm talking defensive tackles here. I actually do feel a little bit better about that group. I do feel cautiously optimistic about that group. And a big part of it is because of the emergence of, Hargrave has only practiced in a limited amount of time, and he's been really impressive. Devontae Wyatt's back, so we kind of knew those guys. But Chris McCallum has been emerging. Anthony Campbell, who we talked about quite a bit yesterday. Jonathan Ford. I know it's a lot to ask from those guys, a little bit unknowns, undrafted guys, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we've been hearing some good stuff, and we've seen some good stuff. So I'm a little bit better, or I feel a little bit better about the defensive tackles. Again, not counting the edge rushers, so I shouldn't say D-line. I probably should just say the defensive tackles. Feel a little bit better about them. Corner, the cornerback group is interesting because I feel better about Brandon Cisse. And one guy that has been really impressive in camp so far this year, and especially as of late, has been Kamal Hadden. But when Javon Bullard is back, are we going to see Kamal Hadden on the field? Because Kamal Hadden has been really good at the nickel spot. So I feel better about Brandon Cisse because I didn't really know what to expect from him as a second-round rookie and a big-time contributor. However, I still don't feel great about Keyshawn Nixon, even though he had a good practice yesterday, Carrington Valentine, and Benjamin St. Juste has been a little bit up and down, and he was banged up, didn't practice yesterday. So that one's kind of indifferent. It's a little indifferent. And then the offensive line. And I think for the offensive line, I'm probably still status quo. I'm probably still there. I feel good about the ends. I feel good about Zebach. I feel good about Morgan. The guard thing is just, it's so up in the air. Is Aaron Banks going to stay healthy? Is Aaron Banks going to play better than what he did last year? Jacob Monk is going to be the starter. It sure seems like Jacob Monk is going to be the starter at right guard. Monk has been with the team for the last couple of years, and now he's going to be a starter. It's like, okay, great that it sounds like he has grown and he's gotten better. We have seen offensive linemen do that during their time in Green Bay. They've kind of waited their turn, and bada bing, bada boom, they're in. TJ Lang's a great example of that. But still kind of an unknown. And we got Jagger Burton. He's a rookie. He's showed promise, but he's going to be a little inconsistent in his rookie year, and he's kind of been that way so far in preseason. He's been great. He's showed what he could do, but there's been some ups and downs with him. So I'm probably still status quo when it comes to the offensive line. Just because, and it's specifically with the guards. And I hear you, the rest of you that chimed in about tight ends, I agree. The loss of Lucas Musgrave, right? I always say Lucas Musgrave because I always combine him and Van Ness together for whatever reason. But Musgrave, now, was he at Tucker Kraft level? No. He is a different tight end than Tucker Kraft. But I was still intrigued about the possibility of, two tight end sets, and he's more of the seam pass-catching one. Without him now, the question is, who's next? Especially if Tucker Kraft is going to be on a pitch count or a snap count to open up the season. So that now I don't feel great about. I don't feel great about the depth outside of Tucker Kraft. So long story short, I guess, going back to the question, or the topic is, are there players, are there position groups that maybe you feel a little bit better about after watching, following along in training camp and preseason, and some that you feel worse about? Yeah. And it's probably 50-50 in a lot of areas. Like, I feel worse about tight end depth. I feel worse about the guard situation on offensive line. I feel better about Brandon Cisse, but maybe I feel, and Kamal Hadden, but I feel worse about the other corners. Feel good about the kicker. I feel good about Zaire Franklin and Edgerrin Cooper, too. Zaire Franklin, new guy. I think we all kind of expected, Edgerrin Cooper to be a good player, but Zaire Franklin coming in, he has looked really good. So I feel better about that, too. So it's a little bit of a mixture. But when it's all said and done, it's what matters in the regular season. It's what you do in the regular season, right? I want to talk a little bit more about the corners here. So let's take a quick break. Back with a little bit more green and gold talk coming up after these few words. If you're from Wisconsin, you know there is something special about this time of year. The days, they're getting a little shorter. The evenings, they're starting to cool off a little bit. Even the mornings here, too. So that means hunting season will be here. And that means now is the time to get your gear ready. Whether you need a new firearm, ammunition, maybe some optics, or just some advice, go visit our good friends at Tilden Gun. Make them your first stop, because the folks at Tilden Gun aren't just there to help sell you equipment. They're hunters, too. They know what works. They're happy to answer your questions, and they'll help make sure you're ready long before opening morning arrives. So don't wait until the last minute. Stop by Tilden Gun, get geared up, and start counting down the days to another great Wisconsin fall. Tilden Gun, helping Wisconsin hunters make the most of every season. Happy hunting, and good luck this fall. Hey, also, we got something new here. If you go to the Sports Talk 105.1 Facebook page, starting now, you can vote for a Team of the Week. It's the Superior Auto Body Team of the Week. So, again, just go to the Sports Talk 105.1 Facebook page, and you'll probably have to scroll down just a little bit, but you'll see the logo there and the link to vote. And right now, got 3 teams up there. Colfax Football, who snapped a 26-game losing streak. Fall Creek Football, who picked up a win over Altoona, and Lake Holcomb Football with a 36-0 win over Winter Birchwood, most points in a game since 2023. Got to give a shout-out to our guy, Brandon Berg, for the info and for sending over some of the nominations. But we're going to do this every week. All right, it's not just going to be football, too. Once we get other sports going and teams going, it'll be open to everybody up there. So, but for this week, for the Week 1 Superior Auto Body Team of the Week, go to the Sports Talk page and vote right now. I will work on putting on a thing on the websites, or get somebody to put something on the website. So, all right, continuing some Packers chat here this morning. The Pack, Kamal Hadden. Now, this has been let's be real here. Nobody probably had Kamal Hadden on their bingo card for being somebody that we were going to talk about at training camp. Nobody. Okay, nobody had that. And he has been a pleasant surprise. He has been a nice surprise for this team this year. And he's been getting a ton of opportunities at the nickel spot because of the injury to Javon Bullard. And all Kamal Hadden has done is ball out. He has been really good. He has been physical. Point of the attack. To me, he is a lock to make the team now. He has been awesome to watch. And I think when you look at where he was at the end of the season last year with that gruesome ankle injury, and to see where he's kind of been playing at this level, it's a great story. It's been a lot of fun to kind of watch him ball out this training camp and make the most of his opportunity. Because really at the beginning of the year or at the beginning of training camp, probably didn't have him on the roster. Probably wasn't going to make it. But with his play, he has played his way on this team. Now, I don't know how long Javon Bullard is going to be out. I don't know if he's going to miss week 1 dealing with his injury. But if he is, I'm kind of intrigued to see Kamal Hadden get an opportunity out there and to be physical. I don't know if he'll have any shot to play on the outside because I'm sure, and I've seen some people kind of talking about that already. You know, because you look at the other cornerbacks, okay? It's Cisse and then it's Nixon and St. Juste and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if they would give Kamal Hadden an opportunity to play on the outside. You look at the depth chart right now and he's just listed as a nickel back slot corner. So I don't think we'll be able to see him play on the outside. And I know that's where everybody's kind of like, oh man, it'd be nice to maybe if he's playing that well, could we try him on the outside, right? But I don't think it's in the cards here. But give that guy a ton of credit. He has been playing really well. And Keyshawn Nixon, from all accounts, for everything that we have said about him and criticized him and critiqued him, the guy had a good practice yesterday. From all accounts, it looks like he had a really good practice yesterday. It's just the big thing with Keyshawn, I think, going forward is, all right, dude, can you do that in a regular season? Can you do that when the games matter? When the game is on the line, can you do that against the Justin Jeffersons, the Amon-Ra St. Browns, the Pukas or Devontaes or whoever they're going to be playing, CeeDee Lambs or the George Pickens? Can you go from start to finish and not give the impression that you're giving up on a play? I think that's one of the biggest issues that fans have. Is the perception, and I say perception because maybe it looks like it, but it sure looks like it, doesn't it? Don't give this perception, don't give this kind of look that you're giving up on some plays. And we saw that too much last year. We saw that too much. We got to see Keyshawn be more physical this year. Not to the point where he's getting penalties like he did a lot last year. We got to see him more physical in the tackling game. And we just stay on your man. Go finish the play. Stay on your man. Finish the play. I think Keyshawn is going to end up starting this season opposite of Brandon Cisse at the corner spot. But I will say that I think the leash should be short on him. If we are seeing stuff that is reminiscent to last year, with a lot of the stuff that fans and people are critiquing him about, then you got to make a move. It's hard to predict whether the Packers are going to make a trade or not, or if they're going to acquire another corner before the deadline. It's hard. I know Joey Porter Jr. is a name that is being thrown out there quite a bit. But the thing is with Joey Porter Jr. too is that he wants a new contract. And I don't know if Green Bay is going to be in a position to be able to do that right now. So that's kind of the hiccup in this situation. But I don't know if he would be a cut candidate. But if like Rasul Douglas or somebody like that all of a sudden becomes available because of cuts, I'd be intrigued with bringing him aboard. Bringing in another veteran that way. So I'm not ruling out the possibility that Green Bay is going to add a corner via the waiver wire after these cuts. But I feel right now it's going to be Cisse and Nixon to open up the season, and let's cross our fingers it works well. All right, we got to take a quick break as we start to wrap up the first hour. If you're just joining in, don't forget to hit us up. Who are the players or maybe the position groups now that we are starting to wrap up training camp and starting to wrap up the preseason? Who are the players or the position groups that are maybe impressed you or you feel better about? And maybe is there somebody or a group that you feel worse about? Hit me up, 715-830-1912. We'll take a quick break. Back with more coming up after these quick words. And if you're watching on the video stream, apologies for doing a bunch of stuff here and there because I'm trying something new so that the video stream is up on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm toying with it on the fly here, so bear with me. I apologize. Trying to do some new stuff on here and such. So, but hey, big thanks. Don't forget, even if it's on Facebook, if you could ring that bell and subscribe to the YouTube page, that'd be awesome. Let's get those up there. So, all right, coming up next hour, we are going to talk some Brewers with the Brew Crew back in action tonight, looking to stay ahead of or increase their lead maybe, or just kind of keep pace ahead of the Cubbies for first place, but in that fight for the number one overall seed in the National League. Kyle Harrison's going to be on the mound for the Brew Crew, so we'll preview that. So we've got RJ Cardinal. We're going to talk some Badgers and some college sports. Obviously, college sports has been in the news a lot here lately, so RJ will be joining us about 8:20. Also on the docket, it is a Toys and Ford Grind My Gears Tuesday. So, what's grinding your gears, peeps? Maybe it is with what's going on in the college world, or maybe it's just LSU in general. I mean, they feel like I feel like they're college coaches that they've hired Lane Kiffin and Wade over there. I mean, now even basketball's dabbling into it, where they picked up a kid from the Boston Celtics to go back to LSU or back to the college game and go into LSU. It's a mess, and it is my Toys and Ford Grind My Gears Tuesday. Is this, like, where has the line of amateur and pro, where is that line? It's nowhere. I mean, it's even getting into the youth sports level, even further down the line. It's money, it's money, it's money. It's what drives everything. And I hate seeing what's going on between the college level and the pros. I hate it. And I really despise the fact that it's going on into the courts too. It's being decided with that. And here's the thing. I don't know how you change it now. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you make it better. Because once those floodgates have opened, I don't know what you can do to get back to what it was. Like, it wasn't that long ago. There was just this clear line. All right, you're a college athlete. Boom. Now you're a pro. You don't make it. You don't. I mean, it's hard to make the pro game, regardless of what sport you're in. It's hard to be a pro football player. It's hard to be a pro basketball player. I don't like what we're seeing. I hate it. Hate it. Grinds my gears, man. And I think it's going to get worse. And I think we're going to continue to see this. I don't know what you do to change it. If anybody's got any great ideas that is actually like legit and would work, let me know. I'm not that I could do anything about it, but I don't have an optimistic look on this thing. That's my grind my gears. If you got anything else or you want to piggyback off of that, hey, let me know. Okay, hit me up. 715-830-1912 or hang out in the Section 105 chat. So, yeah. So we'll get back to some more here coming up a little bit later on here, but. Yeah, a couple of you saying definitely college sports grinds my gears right now. It's becoming unbearable to watch. Some of you said grind my gears, just LSU. So I would co-sign with that. LSU, I mean, are they turning into – all right. Is LSU right now just the university because the basketball team and the football team is both doing this? Are they now the evil empire of college sports? Are they like – kind of the Dodgers almost of baseball? Who would be the football version of that? Is that, I don't even, is the Cowboys the evil empire of football? I don't know if they're the evil empire. I think they're just the annoying empire. I would say it was the Chiefs, but then the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs last year. It was the Patriots with Bill and Tom. Does the NFL have an evil empire? Baseball is the Dodgers. You throw in the Yankees in there too. College, right now, I'd say it's LSU just because of what they're doing, manipulating some of this stuff. The NBA, is it still Lakers, even with LeBron not on there now? Like, who would you throw in there as the evil empire for the NFL? Or do they not have one right now? Let's say good morning to Morgs. Good morning, Morgan. You always change the mic, or somebody keeps moving around.
I haven't touched it. You want me to try this one?
Nope, you're good now. I got you turned on.
You want me on all mics all the time? Whoa.
Nope.
So, glasses today? Yeah. Allergies or tired?
I'm just getting over a little bug. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, Tuesday, Tessel, are you feeling like fighty today? Fighty and bitey? Are you feeling irritated because you're not feeling good?
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that gets cranky when they're sick?
Yes.
Okay. How can you tell from normal personality? You're just cranky, but you have snot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just checking.
Yes. Or if I'm wearing glasses.
Oh, I did see the glasses, and I thought, because I figured something was up because you don't usually wear them unless you're miserable.
I do
with
have
allergies.
my contacts, though, just because I can't stand wearing glasses. So.
Oh, see, really? When did you get glasses? What grade?
4th grade.
Yeah, see, I've had them for about as long, too. I'm pretty used to them now. But I'm the opposite. Contacts start to bug me.
No.
I just hate not being able to wear sunglasses in the summer. So.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, Tuesday tussle time. Pick a number between 1 and 4. We're going to bring a topic up for a little friendly debate.
We'll do 3.
Should everyone be allowed to pick any 2 days off in the week? Doesn't have to be Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh. Why not?
What days would you pick if you could?
Saturday and Sunday.
You would?
Yeah.
You wouldn't parse them out and do Wednesday and Monday.
I need 2 days in a row.
Oh, you do?
Because if I just do one day, then it's like I'll have that day off, but I'm dreading the next day.
Can we all agree 3 would be best?
Oh, yeah.
You could just coast in. Now, if you could pick a day on either side of your weekend, would you take every Friday or every Monday?
Honestly, I'd probably take every Monday, but that would suck for what I do because you got to talk about football the next day.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But summer, it'd probably be every Monday.
And how ready are you for football right now on a 1 to 10? Are you maxed out or are you still like, we're transitioning?
Oh, 7.
Okay. Is it ever acceptable for you to lie about your age?
No.
Have you ever fudged your age for anything?
No.
Not like, I'm 21. I mean,
not even that, no.
Okay.
No.
Are you a night owl or an early bird?
I used to be a night owl, but now I'm just forced to be an early bird.
That's it, though. That's the key word, the F word, forced.
Yep.
If you had your own druthers, what would you be? Are you naturally a night person?
Yes.
So it's always a struggle getting up?
Yep.
Do you do the thing where you have weekends going back to your days off where you stay up and
Yes.
get off schedule and then you have to acclimate for 3 days?
Yep.
And it's extra miserable?
Yep. Last one.
All right, last one. Better to binge watch a series or pace it over time?
Got to binge watch it.
What was the last good binge?
Oh, gosh. I don't know, but I know the next one that's coming up.
What?
We got to wrap up Outer Banks. The new season just dropped. So.
Oh, geez. You and my kid are all over that.
Yep.
All right.
So that's it. All right. Thanks, Margs.